Minister, I just want to ask if you have any plans for increasing your supports to social farming, given that we all know of the proven benefits of social farming. I think everybody recognises that. And to be fair, I think, Minister, agriculture has come up to the mark on this one. But I think we need to look at greater coordination with other departments.
Thank you, Deputy, for the question. And I think, as you know, and maybe many members of the House know, social farming provides a planned, outcome-focused support placement for people on a farm using the natural assets of the people, the place, the activities and the community to support a person to achieve some of their own chosen goals. It has been shown to provide benefits to participants such as improved community connections and relationships, increased self-esteem and capacity, improved health and well-being, as well as providing the opportunity to develop occupational and life skills from engaging in farm-based activities. Certainly in recognition of and support of all of those benefits, my department does provide funding under the Rural Innovation and Development Fund for the development of the National Social Farming Network, known as Social Farming Ireland. In addition, funding is also provided for the development of a number of social farming model projects across Ireland. The organisations currently under contract to provide these services and their associated funding for 2023 to 24 are as follows. The National Social Farming Network, Leitrim Integrated Development Company CLG Social Farming Network has received €400,000. Social Farming Model Contracts, again Leitrim Integration Development Company CLG has received €100,000 under that. Down Syndrome Ireland, the Cork branch has received €92,485. South Kerry Development Partnership has received €100,000 and IRD Do Hallow has received €84,250. It is anticipated that a similar level of funding will be provided by my department in 2024 for the extension of all of the above contracts. It is also my understanding that there are additional streams of funding available from other agencies for social farming placements.
Thank you, Minister, but I suppose my question was about any additional supports, and I heard what you said about the money you've distributed this year, and you mentioned Leitrim Development Company, and they do excellent work. I'm very familiar with the work they do, but I suppose what I'm looking at more is about mainstreaming of support for placement, shall we say, that there would be a level of core funding there to train farmers, to set up models for social farming. And also, Minister, there's the idea that if people themselves had access to a disability budget, rather than giving all of it to the large, or most of it, to the large providers, then people would be able to make choices. And of course that would help us in, if you like, delivering on the UNCRPD, where people with disabilities could make choices, as opposed to just funding the system. So what I want to really ask is to expand social farming beyond agriculture, but to look very much at the idea of disability budgets for people.
Thank you, Deputy. And I think, as you outline, I mean, social farming is continuing to grow. It certainly is growing year on year, and its reach is very much into the lives of many people for their enrichment and that whole connection with people. As I said, the social farming network funded by the department is really sort of still in development. I mean, we are at a stage of growth. It does require substantial support. And certainly, as I indicated in my initial input, that funding for placements comes from a wide variety of sources. But I think it is good to say that the knowledge of social farming is now being embedded with service providers such as the HSC and other support agencies. So, it's very much becoming core to a lot of the services that they provide. And I think that is a good thing. And maybe there is something certainly there to develop those relationships further, not only just through the agencies, but cross-government as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Minister. But I think... great, thank you. I take what you say, but again, I'm talking about greater coordination between departments. Now, I know Minister Anne Rabbitte has given an allocation of 200,000 under a HSE service plan for social farming. Now, 2 million was requested, but to be fair to her, she started the process, and that's important. But as I said, agriculture has come up to the mark, but it's maybe health and social care. Other departments need to become involved. This has to be cross-departmental. As I said, I'm aware of the value of it. Only recently I visited Quarryfield Farm in Bunanadden near Ballymote in County Sligo, where Gerard Doherty and his family, and especially his daughter Kelly, is also very involved in delivering these very, very valuable services to young people who find themselves in the justice system, suffering from mental illness, and who generally are vulnerable people with disabilities. So what I'm asking, Minister, is that you would do everything in your power to try and ensure greater coordination with other departments.
Thanks, deputies, for that. I think it's clear that everyone has a huge value for the role that social farming plays, and indeed myself have had the opportunity to visit social farms in Kerry as well, in Mayo and in County Laois. Most recently in County Laois, it's a new social farm, so it's great to see the spread, it's great to see the growth, and I think what's great also to see is the value now we can place on it, because we've seen it in action for a time now, and the impact it has on people, and not just on the participants, also on the host farmers as well. There's a great value there for people as well to get involved in this. Look, I can't speak for other departments for health, education and so forth, but I think I'm more than happy to coordinate with my colleagues across government and see if there what more we can do, or if there's a better structure that could be in place to support this. But thank you for your comments.